It's really weird, right? Having the cameras all
Yeah.
around you. Yeah. But yeah, so welcome to the first episode.
Well, thanks for having me in the Tang studio.
Yeah. The rolling our first episode of Rolling with Simon. Really grateful for you, to be here, and I'm so grateful to be hosting you this weekend. If people don't know how we met, we actually met at, I think it was a Naga, like almost like 3 or 4 years ago.
I think it was about 4 years ago.
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And you were sipping on some tea, right? I don't know.
As
always, right? As a Brit, right? Trevor's a British guy. But yeah, just sipping on tea and looking all over. I'm like, who the heck is this guy? Like, nobody else is doing this. So I introduced myself, and then ever since then, just kept in touch. And now you're here competing on Sunday. So yeah, I'm glad that you hit me up and you're able to get in touch with me. But yeah, thanks for coming, and best of luck to you on Sunday.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, but yeah, just to get a little background from Trev. You're from England, right?
Yeah,
Born and raised from England.
Yeah, from England. From a small town called Romsey. I was brought up in. I've been really there all my life. Okay, and yeah, that's about it really.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a local town, local bigger city closer to it is Southampton, which is right at the bottom of the country on the south coast.
Okay. Yeah. So you're a world traveling competitor. That's your thing. I think the first thing I want to get into is your traveling. So tell me about your traveling. It doesn't have to be BJJ related or competing related. I know we've spoken about you doing backpacking in India, Vietnam, I think.
That's it, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. India, Thailand, Vietnam.
Yeah.
Australia. I've been in Australia.
Oh, you
as well.
have?
I did
Oh.
3 months in Australia before, yeah.
Tell me about that. Tell me about what made you, want to go backpacking? What made you want to do all that?
I'll tell you what it was. When I first started, I went to Australia with a friend of mine called Paul, and he was going along, and it was a last minute thing for me. And he said, I'm going backpacking, and I said, where are you going? He goes, I'm going to Oz, and I was like, and it kind of got stuck in my head. And I goes, how long are you going for? He said a year, and at the time I had commitments, so I couldn't quite go for like a year. So I kind of booked it for 3 months, and I just literally booked it out of the blue, like just booked. I booked the flight and that, and I was working then at the time as a kind of part-time plumber.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
So you're a plumber. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You can fix my toilet?
If you want a fountain cleaner toilet, yeah. Right. I'm a tallest plumber. And so basically he was going, so I kind of jumped in on it and went around Australia. Basically travelled around half of Australia. Yeah, that was my first time travelling, and 3 months, and I kind of got the bug from there for travelling and stuff. And after that, I was always itching to get away again. Yeah. You know what I mean? And basically, I just wanted to get to just try different places out. So yeah, and that was my first bit, and it was the most amazing experience I ever kind of like. We did everything. We were jumping out of aeroplanes. Went to the Blue Mountains in Australia, just like literally all over and stuff. And we got a camper van in Darwin, the Northern Territory. Slowly took off. Basically drove all the way down through the East Coast and that, and then eventually got rid of the camper van, jumped on a Greyhound bus, and then we're getting off at different destinations and that, and then eventually got to Sydney. I think I even did a bit of judo in Sydney.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I hooked up. I found a class there and did a bit did a bit of judo at the time there, and did a little bit of training there because I was doing a lot of judo back in those days.
Oh yeah.
So and kind of got the bug from there really, and it went from there.
Yeah. So I guess from your timeline, did you do Australia and then Asia? Like what?
Yeah, well, I did Australia, and then I just did, and then for a little while, I started concentrating. I was doing quite a bit of judo stuff, and I didn't actually go away like backpacking and stuff. But then, as I got a little bit older, I started doing a lot more travelling. Then I started basically about 10 years ago. I think it was about 2007. I went to India, Thailand, and Vietnam with a friend. He's a student of mine, Clint, and stuff. And he's been all over the world and stuff, and so. And I remember at the time, I thought, I want to go back travelling again. And he was around and he was travelling. So we both kind of just said, yeah, we'll go. And we booked it and went to India, Thailand and Vietnam. And that was pretty amazing. Asia is a completely different feel to, obviously, Australia.
Yeah.
And it's quite an amazing experience, especially getting into India.
Yeah,
You know,
Tell me about that.
Well, India was quite crazy, really, because basically it was transit for us to get to Thailand, basically, and we could either be there, I think, for 4 hours or 2 days. So I said to my friend Clint, let's just go there and get a curry. Right, let's go and get a curry. Right, so basically what we did was we got our visa. We paid for a visa, sent off for a visa, got a visa, and we was 2 days in India. And we got once we arrived in Mumbai, the next day we got a guy in a taxi to drop us off right in the middle of the city, and we told him just to leave us there so we could go kind of really authentic and get out the tourist areas and that. Yeah, we went into this, found this curry place, sat in there and ordered a curry, and it was quite funny as you obviously walked in. Being a couple of Westerners, everyone's like looking and smiling at us as we walked in, and I think we got stitched up actually because we both sat down and we didn't really know what we were ordering, and we right. So we ordered this curry. We picked it from the menu. We didn't even know what we were looking at, to be honest with you, right? And then the curry come out, and I started eating this curry, and wow, it just blew our heads off. It was so hot, and everyone in the restaurant were kind of like giggling and laughing at us.
Yeah. So real Indian curry.
Yeah, it was real. This was hardcore. Yeah. This was
another level.
This was hardcore, and so that was an experience, and it was tasty as well. It was quite amazing, really.
Yeah,
so I had that. Come out of there, then eventually went back to the hotel and stuff, and that was a part of India, and then did a few little tours while we were there. So it was good. It was, as I say, it was just transit, but it was good. It was a good bit of experience.
Yeah, it's amazing. So did you start traveling for jiu-jitsu tournaments and things like that before the travel bug, or did you get the travel bug and then you combined it with your jiu-jitsu?
Well, I've always
judo.
Yeah, I've done other stuff as well. I've always enjoyed traveling and going to different countries and like trying different foods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but for me, I enjoy competition, and I suppose I'm quite competitive. Yeah. I'm quite competitive, and I enjoy competition. So for me, traveling and fighting is comes hand in hand. So perfect for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously with jiu-jitsu, I started competing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I was doing one tournament here, another tournament there, and then before I knew it, I was kind of going everywhere. So yeah, it's just basically I do a lot of travelling now with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, going from country to country. But I had the bug before that anyway, so it works out perfect for me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What countries have you gone to compete in?
Oh, I've been to Abu Dhabi, yeah. I've been to the World Pro. I got silver in that. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
wow. Yeah.
Okay, in UAE, Brazil. I won the CBJJ World Championships in Brazil.
Wow.
Okay, brown belt, which was another good one. Okay, did almost a month there with a team from London. Okay, Nick Brooks' team from London. They they welcomed me in, stayed in the hostel, trained in Master Delahiva's gym out there.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Nice.
Okay, which was a really good experience. So I've been to there, Brazil, Abu Dhabi, Brazil. I've done all the Pans like worlds. Okay, obviously in the States, yeah, California and stuff, which has been really good. What else have I been? I've been basically a lot of the European countries, IBF European countries, and that Paris, Switzerland, Germany. I could kind of name a load of them. Yeah, so I've been literally all over. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing the Asian. I haven't done the Asian Open actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. Going to Japan and doing that. That'd be good.
Oh,
good
wow.
One. Yeah. But I've been to quite a few places. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's amazing. Since you've been doing this for a long time, I'm pretty sure you have a pretty well understanding of what things to watch out for, and some advice for other competitors and maybe even other backpackers. What kind of things would you tell your younger generation if they're interested in backpacking, or if they're interested in going around the world, right, to compete? What would you say to them for financially? What would you say to them for safety? Safety is a big thing. You hear all these crazy things, right?
No, I agree. I'll start financially, okay, right? First thing I would kind of recommend is split your money up, okay? And then what I mean by that is, okay, make sure you always travel with cash. some cash on you, and at least two cards. So if you get problems with one card, you've got a backup. If you're going with a team of people, not so bad. But I tend to do a lot of travelling on my own.
Yeah.
So I've got no one else to rely on. Okay. And make sure you always lock your stuff away. Okay. Because if you're on your own and you get a problem, you've got no one else to back you up. Okay, so I think that's really important. And when it comes to kind of like safety and stuff like that, with regarding money, okay, I'm always kind of checking. So
I noticed that. You know, as we were hanging out.
Because I'm just used to kind of like really kind of like going to a lot of places and stuff like that.
Yeah, very different from the suburban central New Jersey.
Yeah,
leaving your car door open.
So going to the supermarket and leaving your car door, I'm not used to that. So I'm not used to that. But basically, so it's kind of split your money up into three. Two cars and some cash. So if you run into any problems, you've got a backup. Yeah. Okay, when it comes to that. Book your flights well in advance, okay. Book onto tournaments well in advance. All right, okay. You can normally get flights cheaper getting abroad. Okay. If you leave it at the last minute, 9 times out of 10 things are going to be a lot more expensive. So book things. Plan ahead, definitely. Okay. And always let people know where you're going. Okay. I always get my mum nagging at me. Oh, where are you doing this? Where are you doing that? So I always have to kind of send her my details of wherever I am. I think it's important to let people know where you're going and stuff as well. And also it's probably good to have someone back at home as a backup. So if you run into a problem, you can phone in and make sure there's someone there that can actually back you up with a little bit of cash or anything like that. Because if you do get stranded, you are stuck. Yeah. But if you're with a team of guys, where a lot of people travel with teams of people, not so bad, because you can normally get sorted from one of them.
Yeah. You're an incredible guy, man. You do it all by yourself. It's like, I don't know too many people that do that. So
yeah, well, I think it's because my hair is quite, like, as you can see, I've got quite crazy hair.
Osiander.
What I found is I was traveling. I was traveling with people, but they just can't stand the air dryer going off in the morning.
And you actually met Osiander, right? You guys like.
I did actually. Yeah, we had a picture together. It was I think it was at the World Masters once and that. And he's a funny guy. Yeah.
I love his videos. Yeah. So what about safety? What would you say for safety? Have you ever ran into trouble? I mean, I hear some crazy stories in Brazil where guys get kidnapped or something like that.
Do you know,
I don't know how true that is, or if that's just the media. But
to be honest with you, I went to Brazil and stuff, and I felt kind of like in Rio a little bit on edge. But I think it's like anything. Just don't walk out in the dark after dark, and that, and always kind of stick in numbers, stick in groups. If you're traveling in groups, stay together, and if you're not sure, get taxis. Yeah, to and from to the places where where you could basically got to go to. Okay, just don't kind of go out after dark on your own. If you're unsure, definitely. And when it comes to stuff like that, and that's just kind of general be kind of like a bit streetwise, I would say. Just don't take any chances.
Don't be stupid.
Don't take any chances. Definitely, yeah.
Have you ever had any issues when you went to, I guess, either when you were backpacking in Asia, or when you went to go any competitions? Did you ever get into any safety issues?
Well, I have. I had a hairy moment once in Thailand.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes, I did. Yeah, it was quite scary. I was with my friend Clint, and we were coming back in early hours of the morning once we went out, and we were coming. Basically, the taxi guy basically picked me, my friend Clint up, because he used to be my student at the time, but we're kind of mates now anyway. So we were coming back from like a bar early hours of the morning, and we were basically hanging out with one of the guys. He's a Thai guy, and he was a waiter in the hotel, and he took us out to show us the city a little bit. So we come back, so we jumped into this taxi, but I think the taxi driver was a little bit dodgy. So what he did was, as we drove off, I said to the guys, "This is not the direction where we were staying," and he took us completely in a different direction, and we went down the road and round the corner, and he dropped us off right outside 2 policemen, and they were kind of like. We got out, and then they pulled us over to the side, and they were asking for our passports and stuff like that, and then they were asking if we had any money on us and stuff like this, and it was it was kind of like about 10-15 minutes. It was quite a scary moment, really, but they eventually let us go. They could see like we weren't obviously drunk or intoxicated or anything like that. And we just kind of kept quiet, but you could see they were after money from us. I got that feeling that they wanted either our passports and they were going to take and get money from us. But they eventually let us go, and then translated. Our friend translated in Thai that they did want our passports, and they wanted basically they were going to take our passports and then wanted money.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So that was actually that's one time when it hit home, and I was thinking, do you know what? I'm not in the UK anymore. You have got to be very, very careful. Yeah, but. To be honest with you, I've been quite lucky. I've never really run into like any really bad trouble. As I say, try to be quite vigilant and stuff, and not take any chances. But that kind of hit home then. You know what I mean? But yeah, so yeah, that was one time, and it made me think a little bit after that. You have to be very, very careful, especially when you're abroad, especially when you're in a completely different country, and you're in and it's the culture is really, really different. I think when you're abroad, you really have to respect people's ways, and you have to be really respectful when you're out.
Absolutely,
completely, yeah.
Good advice. So that's amazing. What about like getting sick? I know people will drink water.
Wow.
And what was the one thing, the deli belly you were talking about
man,
in India?
Right. So basically, we come out of India, okay, and we flew into Thailand, and then from Thailand we jumped. A few days later, we went to Vietnam. But we did as much as we could. Okay, we was in India. We were drinking bottled water, washing our hands. We had taken sanitation gel. Okay, we're putting that on and stuff like this. I still got a bad stomach. We had deli belly, and I was ill for about 2 days going into Vietnam and stuff. Yeah, okay.
So that is real.
And so that was quite real. Yeah, that really got me. That affected me for 2. But do you know what? I'll tell you a freaky story. Okay, all right. Okay. We met this Australian guy called JC, and he was basically all into like meditation and crystals and stuff like that. Now, so basically, what I'm going to say to everyone is now, regardless if you believe this or if you don't believe it, all I'm going to say is, or if it played a placebo effect on me. What I'm going to tell you now, it worked for me. Okay, okay.
All right, I'm about to buy some crystals.
so basically, he goes, I can help you out, Trev. The JC guy. Okay, so we're in this little hotel in Vietnam. All right, and I lay down on the bed, and he put the crystals. Right, he pulled these crystals out of his bag, and he put them on my stomach, and he said, I'm going to meditate and till you fall asleep. Okay, right. So he basically meditated. All right, okay, and then I was quite ill anyway. I had a headache, I had a bad stomach, I had a migraine, I felt a little bit sick. I even had a little bit of sunburn because I laid on the beach on the thing, and I got a little bit burnt as well because, as you can see, I'm quite pasty. Right, okay, yeah.
Right, proper Englishman.
I mean, I'm so white, I'm like almost translucent. I'm like one of those jellyfishes, right? Okay, right, okay. Right, so basically, yeah, he meditated, and I felt this vibrating on my stomach. Right, okay. And I woke up. I literally just woke up, and he wasn't there. My friend Clint wasn't there. They've obviously gone down to the beach to do some more meditating.
That's
nuts. I was like, it's really weird. Okay, right. And I tell people this, and I was telling people this after as I was after traveling. My friend Clint kept saying to me, "Don't tell people this; they're gonna think you're mad." Right? Okay. So anyway, cut a long story short, I woke up. Yeah, I felt this vibration on my belly. Woke up, and I had a shower, and it took me quite a while to come round. And got some fresh clothes out of my bag, yeah. And I eventually got out of the hotel about half an hour later, and slowly I was kind of like still a bit zombied, where I was in quite a deep sleep. Yeah, okay. Went down to the beach on the front, and I saw this young girl. She was selling cans of fizzy drinks out of her bag. So I bought a fizzy drink off of her. Okay, walked down the beach a little bit. I was looking for my friends actually, and it's alright. And before I suddenly realised, I was actually better.
Yeah.
It was really bizarre. My headache's gone, my belly's gone.
Oh my gosh.
The sickness gone, everything is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, as I go back to what I said about the crystals, now, there's either something in that, or there's a placebo effect that made me believe I was better, so I got better. Yeah. All I know is, it doesn't matter, it worked for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Crazier things
it worked for me. So that was it really. So JC cured me.
Wow. Okay, so stay away from the water.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Make sure everything's sanitary.
Yeah,
right?
stay away from the water.
Wash your hands.
Okay, make sure you wash your hands. Yeah, keep away from the ice cubes.
Ice cubes. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people forget about that, don't they? The ice cubes and stuff
yeah.
and that. And yeah. So, but yeah, India was an amazing place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great curry, great food.
Yeah.
People were friendly. Amazing.
Mm. And you also, I think you told me about you going to Gambia. You did some charity work out there.
Yeah, I did actually. Okay, I tell you how that come about. Right, when I went to Brazil. Okay, and I basically one of the guys from London. His name's Casper, and he runs a business called Mixed Massage Therapies. Okay, and he's basically a therapist. Right, he does Chinese fire cupping. He puts needles in you. He does all that kind of stuff, like mixed therapy. And I become good friends with him when I was out there. Okay, and he actually won a wipeout world title out there.
Oh, that's
okay,
right.
and I give him a little tip in the final and stuff, and that, and about trying to taking down stuff. So after that, we become quite good friends and stuff, and he's got a really good personality, and he is a really good laugh. So we come quite close out there. And after I got back from Brazil, we stayed in contact, and then I started going to London a little bit and kind of stay with him. And then we'd basically go down to his local gym and train and stuff. And I looked on his Facebook one day, and he had a thing that he was doing some charity work in Gambia. So I suddenly messaged him and said, "Have you been, or are you going?" He goes, "I went last year, but," he goes, "I went before, but I'm going again. Why don't you come along?"
Wow.
I said, and I thought, interesting. Okay, so he planted a seed. A seed went in, and that's not good with me, because when a seed goes in, that's it. I can't stop thinking about stuff.
Grows.
Okay, but yeah, right. So basically, I checked my times and dates from what he told me, and see if it was possible, and it actually tied in perfect, absolutely perfect. So I booked the time off. Okay, and what we did was, me and him, we got together, and we got in the UK. He does obviously his therapy clients, and I got all my personal training clients and stuff like that. And we were just generally telling everyone, and we were getting £20 notes off of £20 off of different people, and we basically had a massive load of money. We collected up a load of money, okay, and we took it out to Gambia, and the object was, okay, we were going to get a load of rice, and we're going to feed a lot of people that were really struggling, okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how we were going to do this, basically, to start with, okay. And so we met up with his friend Rob out in Gambia, right. But £20, okay, we'll get a massive bag of rice, and we'll feed a family of about 4 or 5 for about a month, okay.
Wow.
Right. So basically, what we did was we had enough. We ended up getting enough money to buy 5 tons. Right, okay, of rice, okay, so,
Jeez.
And we didn't go for any charity, so we basically got the money, changed from Stirling to Dallasea. We went to a place called Bruford Village, and we went to a local wholesalers there, okay. We kept it all in the local village. We bought all the rice there, okay. We got some of the locals. Rob, his other friend out there, who's built a school out there, okay. He had a flatbed truck, and we got some of the locals to fill all the rice up, all on there, and we took it to a school, and Rob knew a couple of school teachers out there, okay, and we took all the rice to the school, and basically it got distributed fairly amongst some of the most poorest people out there, okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So the £20 was going to feed one family for about a month, a bag of rice. We would film the family saying thank you to their sponsors back in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that, and then what an incredible experience, because like there's people out there with completely nothing, and until you
the poverty levels so much different from here.
On another level, because basically there's people that are in the like UK, probably in the States as well, that we're poor, pleading poverty, but when you go to places like India, Africa, they're on another level poor. When people say they got nothing, I mean they literally got nothing. You know what I mean? And so that was good, and the people were great. We did a few little tours of the place and stuff like that, and then we went to a big fish market out there. And one time, me and Casper, about 3 or 4 days after, went to this fish market, and I got £20, he got £20, and we filled up 2 massive baskets of fish, took it back to the school, and actually the ladies told us off because it took them all day to descale the fish because we bought too much fish back then. And it was given out to giving the fish out even to the locals. So yeah, it was an amazing experience, and I'd like to do that again actually.
I would like to come if you ever do it. Let me know.
You're more than welcome. If we do it again, the more the merrier. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, please let me know about that. That would be a trip to remember.
So it was quite an incredible experience. So yeah, no, I recommend if anyone ever gets the opportunity to actually do that. Okay, do it, because it's not just so you see in a different part of the world, but it's you're doing a little bit of good, and also the people are lovely. People are lovely. I mean, there's people with nothing, with smiles on their faces.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
people with almost everything, in this country, and then you get so many people that are depressed, and struggling.
This is it. You see people walking around, they got smile, they got nothing, but they got smiles on their faces. It just makes you wonder, is it?
It does make you wonder.
What are we actually doing in the West?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
No, absolutely.
Absolutely. I think we all kind of we're striving for the wrong things, aren't we? Like material things, and I don't think that's the answer.
Yeah. Very, very true. Yep. So yeah, that's amazing. Your travel experience and everything that you do is it's awesome, man. I want to dive into your martial arts background.
Yep.
I know we talked a little bit about it. You've told me you started out with judo.
Yeah.
Right? You've been training judo since what? You were
about 7.5 years old.
Yeah, that's insane. You know, 7.5 years old. You started judo, and then you told me you got into combat Japanese jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I did. Right? Yeah, combat Japanese. It's a mixture of kickboxing, judo, and jiu-jitsu, arm locks, strangles, wrist locks, and leg locks.
Interesting. It sounds just like maybe a very close variation to Sambo.
Yeah,
right?
Very
close to Sambo.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And then you got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and you also fought in MMA.
I've done pro
MMA fights.
Done some pro bouts at MMA. Did a lot of amateur stuff as well. So I've kind of mixed it up.
Yeah.
I've even been out to when I was at the time training, doing a bit of MMA. I've been out to Thailand doing some time.
Oh wow!
Been out,
your stand up is good.
Yeah, so I trained, done some training in Thailand and stuff and that, and I used to train. I did kickboxing for quite a few years and stuff before that, when I was doing the Japanese jiu-jitsu, the combat jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So So I've kind of mixed different things up,
Yeah, and I'm sure you've placed. You said. There was for the Japanese Jiu-Jitsu tournament.
Yeah, I got 5 world titles for that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I've competed in Canada. We won the World Team Championships in Canada.
That's nuts.
I've picked up 2 team world titles and 3 personal titles. Yeah. Okay.
And your judo background, you said you were a part of the British.
Yes, yeah. I'll tell you how it started. Okay, I started off with judo, and how I got into judo was when I was a young child. I said to my dad, I want to learn. I want to be a stuntman when I was a kid. Yeah, that's my dream.
That's interesting.
When I was a dream, I wanted to be a stuntman. Okay, and he said, well, do you know what? I'll take you to judo so you can learn how to break your fall. And he looked. Basically, there was an ad in the paper on a Sunday, a judo course started. So he took me to judo. And then from there, I kind of just picked it up quite naturally, very, very quick, and then went up through the classes really quick. And then before I knew it, I was in the slightly older kids' classes, and I was kind of rolling around with those, and just naturally picked up from there. By the age of 18, I was got into the British judo team, my national team.
Wow.
Okay. And then I think it was either about 92, 93. I was a black belt. Got my black belt. Yeah. So and then. Represented Great Britain, and then international. Competed in a few other internationals here and there and stuff. Yeah, so I've been doing judo for many years. I literally spent most of my childhood on the judo mat, I think.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's quite a resume right there. I can't even imagine just the level. I mean, I was your uki, for the class you taught on Thursday, which thank you very much for doing that. Trevor got to teach for a little bit on the day that I teach at Advanced Martial Arts. You guys can see the gym here. I never felt pressure like that. I've never felt that level of, in a stand-up of having my gi held and just... You threw me around like a child, I never felt that before.
Well, I think obviously judo's all gripping and stuff, and explosiveness.
It's a whole nother level.
Yeah. So I think obviously like if you're used to more doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's kind of like a lot of people obviously go to the floor, and obviously not taking away, there's people that can throw you, obviously you get great wrestlers in there and stuff like that, but I mean we do a lot obviously cross collar grips and stuff like that, pulling around explosive stuff, so it's just something that comes naturally to me, really. I mean I've been doing it all my life, so it's something that's just normal to me.
So I guess with your martial art experience, how would you say that it's benefited your life? Is it, I mean, this is what you do, this is your life. Other people that don't, I think it's really changed my life. I mean, I don't know, to be honest with you, if I haven't have had martial arts in my life, I don't know what I'd actually be doing. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely.
I think basically it's kind of moulded me as a person, and it's made me kind of like, well, I wouldn't be travelling the world. If I hadn't, kind of like learnt what I've actually done and done martial arts, I wouldn't be travelling the world. And it's really opened up my brain to like all different types of stuff. I think I'm very open-minded to different things and people and stuff, and accepting of basically all sorts of stuff. Because I've been able to travel. I've met all different types of people, and at the end of the day, people are the same all over the world. You know what I mean?
It's true, man.
People are the same all over the world. It doesn't matter what colour you are. It doesn't matter where you're from, who you are. We're all the same. And it's made me. I've been lucky to meet all sorts of people. It's been quite incredible. And without martial arts, I wouldn't been able to do any of that.
That's
you
awesome,
know what I mean?
Man. In terms of style, you have the United States, England. You've been to Brazil. Would you say there's a different type of game in different continents? I mean, even here in the States, you have like the East Coast, the West Coast. People play very differently.
I mean, well, I think like basically, I mean, obviously you're East Coast, so you guys there's a lot of people like to do all their leg locks and stuff like that, don't they? I mean, obviously having a judo background, I enjoy doing I enjoy a big throw, and I do a lot of collar strangles and stuff like that. So my game is probably, out of all people to ask, probably my game is a little bit different anyway. Okay, and I'm not saying it's any better; it's just different. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I noticed obviously going to Brazil and stuff like that. And obviously then going to California, the level was very strong in California, okay? And also New York and outer New York as well, surrounding areas. I mean, I think you guys have got you've had BJJ here for such a long time and stuff. And you've got and you've
quite dominant.
It's very dominant, and you're probably kind of like the leaders. I would probably say in some areas, throughout the world, really, because it's been here for a while, and you've got a lot of good people here. As we were talking, you've got some great schools within such a close areas of each other, haven't you? You know what I mean? So but I mean, with styles, kind of like with the influence I put to any of the guys that I teach, I always try to make sure they can take down, they can do some throws. They're kind of a little bit diverse. They're not just kind of like, they can only play on the floor. Because I think it's important. I think the game's, after being in and seeing what I've seen over the course of time, I think the game's evolving and changing. And people are starting to stand up a little bit more now. Where, I think probably in the early days, you hardly saw it. People straight to the ground. But through watching international competition, some fights are on their feet for a while. And it's quite surprising.
ADCC, you see a lot of it.
You know what I mean? So it's quite surprising. So I think I basically like to make sure they can take down as well, as well as kind of like do any floor work. I think a lot of, as you say, is different. I mean, in the UK, everyone wrestles as well, and I say after experience going down to your gym, I can see you've got a good level of wrestling in there.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
You've got some quality people in there. How you run it in your gym down there at Advanced Martial Arts, it's you've got some skilled guys.
Thank you very much.
You've got some good level of guys, and I think, as I say, if in the UK, if you go to different gyms, I mean, if you're in a pure BJJ gym, I can imagine it's going to be just more floor work. If you're in a mixed gym, an MMA gym, obviously guys are going to have kind of like, they're going to be more wrestling based and probably more top game. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the game is really changing. It's really growing.
Yeah. You're OG. I mean, you've been in this game since you were 7, so you've seen it all probably. Yeah,
I've seen it. Well, it's really strange, isn't it? Because judo really is kind of very, very similar to Brazilian jiu-jitsu, except for
the rule set, right?
Yeah, it's just the point system is just different, and obviously there's a bit more there's obviously more stand up in judo, but very similar. Yeah, I think that was.
Well, it's come from judo, right? Brazilian jiu-jitsu is from judo.
Yeah. So it's it crosses over. For me, it's a natural progression for me to actually get into jiu-jitsu.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as you say, styles. Yeah, there's slightly different styles and stuff, and I think it all depends on the coach teaching as well. Yeah, in one school you've got one coach who likes to do more leg locks. You've got someone who likes to play more half guard. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So
absolutely.
Yeah. But you take something from everyone.
Yeah, that's my motto.
You take something
from everybody. Man.
Yeah,
that's actually my coach too, Coach Bryce.
Yeah, you take something from everyone. After watching you guys roll and seeing what it was really interesting, and watching how some of your coaches were breaking stuff down and doing what they did. Interesting. It's interesting. It's
different point of views. You know, what I really like about our gym is that we're very do whatever works. Gym, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
And if it works for you, it works for you. You know, it might not, like, we all have different body types. We all have different, abilities. Yeah. You know, some guy might be stronger up top, some guy might be stronger down low. You got to use what you're good at. You know? So I'm really happy where I train at. We don't push, you have to do this and only this.
You can see you got some good guys there. You got some good guys there.
Yeah, all different styles, man.
And just watching how all you guys work together in there. There's a kind of good chemistry in the gym.
Yeah, it's a family, man.
There's good chemistry in the gym.
It's the advanced family.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yep. So now I mean, we had the English versus the different countries and different styles. I think some funny stuff that we've been, experiencing is like the differences in English culture and American culture, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, I think you guys are, even the way you guys speak, you call, a soft serve ice cream a Mr. Whippy, right? And it sprinkles hundreds and thousands.
Yes, that's right.
I thought that was hilarious. I mean, we went to an ice cream spot yesterday, and I asked the girl, do you guys know what the hundreds and thousands is? Can I get some hundreds and thousands? She had no idea what I was talking about.
But that was actually quite funny.
That was nice. Yes, but a lot of the differences in England, like the lifestyle out there. How would you compare that to the lifestyle from when you've been traveling? Like, I mean, you are an Englishman. You live in England.
Yeah.
But you've come to the States. You've come to Asia. Brazil.
Yeah.
How is it in terms of living, like food? We just went to Walmart, and you're able to, it was like a super mega store, right? Yeah. Costco.
Oh,
Whole Foods.
Can I just say, I went into Costco. That place was insane.
That's my favorite place on earth.
Yeah. And insane in a good way. Like, I've never seen anything so bumper size, like, in all my life. Right, you go and get a steak, you can get 8 steaks, but they're not just a steak; they're huge.
Yeah.
They're like a leg of a cow. In basically one pack. Yeah, I mean,
is there anything like that in England? Like, I know there's Tesco's.
We got all your normal stores like Tesco's and stuff like that. And have you got some wholesale places and stuff like that? But your wholesale place was on another level. I mean, the food. I just like. Anyone that's travelled, been to the States and from the UK will know, like, the food portions are quite big here, yeah? Okay, really big, really, really big. And I think you just probably get a bit more value for your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In American, we go big.
Definitely. Yeah. It's big. But I mean, and in terms of other places, I mean, I'm going to, like, if you're in Asia and stuff like that, I mean, then it's very, very cheap. So you're going to get value for money anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're changing your own currency. But it's quite a bit different. Lifestyle, I mean, I suppose if you're in a warm country, you can barbecue outside a little bit more and stuff like that.
Oh, it's more cold in England.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, most of the time it's cool, and it's not really barbecue area. So. As soon as we get a little bit of sun, everyone's outside.
Do the barbie.
Okay, yeah. So the barbie's on, but it is a little bit different. I mean, but at the end of the day, I think if you're a fighter or an athlete, we've all that same boring diet, haven't we?
Yeah.
Fish and veg.
And chicken breast.
And chicken breast, Maybe a little bit of lean turkey, but you know what I mean? But so
no salt.
I don't think it changes too much from continent to continent. You know, if you're a fighter and you're close to that weight, you're just going to be in fish, veg, and that's about it, really.
Not too. But then the cheat days are nice, right? Where you get a nice cheat day.
Yeah, well, I think cheat days in the US is good. When I saw that cake earlier.
Costco.
That Costco cake. Yeah. That was something else. Yeah,
$16. It was
looked like a wedding cake.
Probably, and it's good cake too. It's not like a crappy cake.
I bet.
But the food here. I mean, especially New Jersey. New Jersey's a lot of people give crap to New Jersey. They call it the armpit, of the United States. But man, I've traveled. I've never really traveled out of the country, but in the country, I've road tripped all over. I've gone across the country all the way to Seattle, down south to drove down to Atlanta and South Carolina, and come back up and ate at a lot of places, man.
Yeah.
Something about Central New Jersey is different from all these other places. Like, if you go to New York City, you can go to Chinatown. Yeah. You can go to K-Town. But they're very separated. You got to go into a different group. Right here, where I live, right, literally we can drive 5 minutes that way and go to an authentic Korean place, which we're gonna go to tonight.
Go check that out.
Yeah, 5 minutes that way, get Japanese sushi. 5 minutes that way, get some authentic Chinese food from and not like chain restaurants. These are owned by legit family. Indian restaurant right down the road. My favorite Indian restaurant. Right here, Indian, Italian. Yeah, it's all within a tiny little radius. We're extremely diverse. Well,
I don't know where. I'll just basically say to everyone, you took me out last night and we all had some food, didn't we? It was you, me, and your brother. Okay. Yeah. That food was so good.
Yeah.
We had that. We got
the
that.
Portuguese fisherman. Oh, that's the restaurant.
That's where it's at, guys.
First time I went.
The Portuguese fisherman.
Oh my gosh.
Right. That was that bit of steak that come out. And then we had
my gosh.
The paella. Oh, that was just on another level good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And what else? We had the fish. We had these red snapper.
The red snapper. But then the appetizer. I forgot what that was called. The
appetizer.
Something I forgot, man. It was like pork with the calamari and the shrimp. And then the sausage. Yeah. And it was all cooked in, and you dipped your bread into the oil. Oh man, forget it.
Well, what we did was we basically had the 3 dishes, didn't we, for the main, and then we divided all it. We split it, and it was just it was phenomenal. So good. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I imagine in England you have to go somewhere like London or something like that.
You did get
something like that.
Well, sometimes I go to like a place called Casper, Brazil, where you can eat.
Oh, okay, they do have it. Yeah,
many places. There's in kind of like in my local little city, in my local little town like Southampton. There is different places you can actually eat and get some good food and stuff like that. Yeah. But I mean, if you really want to go though, I think, and be a bit more multicultural about it, and you want to really try some different things, really good food. I mean, you're probably looking at London, I'd say.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. But we do get some good Indians in the UK. In the local towns, you get some really good Indian food.
Yeah. Which that's what I know.
Quite weak to, I do like that.
Oh, you do like Indian
food? Yeah, I do like a good Indian,
A good curry.
100%, I do like a good curry,
Yeah, absolutely. And then... Do you have a specific thing from England that you like to eat? I know there's people that eat Yorkshire pudding what is it, the English breakfast. I don't know if you're a fan of the English breakfast or fish and chips. Is there anything that you like?
I do like a chicken jalfrezi.
Okay, what is that?
Yeah, okay, it's an Indian dish. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it an English Indian dish like chicken tikka masala? It's not really Indian.
Yeah, well, it probably actually is actually.
Oh, it is.
It probably is. I probably wouldn't know what a real chicken jalfrezi is like.
Okay.
I tried some Indian in Mumbai, and went to some authentic places, but it's probably changed to our taste. You know what I mean?
It's just like here. It's like the Americanized Chinese food. When you guys eat General Chow's chicken, that's not. We don't eat that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We don't eat General Chow's chicken, man. I mean, I eat General Chow's chicken because I'm American. I was born in in this country. I was born in New York City, so I love General Chow's chicken. But you know, my parents they don't eat General Tso's chicken. That's not something.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
not so you
you
actually
don't you don't order that when you go out for dinner with family. You know, but but chicken. What is it called? Jalfrezi?
Yeah, chicken jalfrezi. Yeah, it's one of the dishes out there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just, you normally get like chicken boot. There's a few different dishes you normally get on the menu. Chicken
Yeah.
boona, chicken jalfrezi.
What is in there?
Do you know what? It's there's some hot peppers in there. Okay. I can't actually remember now.
Oh, yeah.
But I tend to get that because every time I go in there, I know that I'm going to like it. But to be fair, the last time I went in there, because I normally tell him to make it a little bit mild for me, like a medium heat.
Yeah.
I think he left too many peppers in there because I had these green peppers, but they were the yellow seeds inside.
Ooh.
It blew my head off.
Oh man.
Blew my head off. But that was the last time I had it. But I will go back in again. But I just think I forgot to tell the chap.
Yeah.
In there last time, you know what I mean? It was just to please take some of the chilies out.
Yeah,
it was it was actually really hot. Yeah,
that's interesting.
But nice though. Still nice, but a bit too hot that one.
Oh man, yeah. I'll have to, you know, when I go out to England and hang out with you, you're gonna have to take me around.
Definitely, for sure. Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. So I guess I know you're also a partner at a gym.
Yeah.
You co-own, or you're a partner at Exile Gym.
Yeah, Exile Gym,
MMA, right? In England. So how long have you been coaching? How long have you been an instructor? You know, doing that gig?
I've been there for, I think it's come up to like I think it's about 4 years now. I was kind of losing track now. It all seems like one big blur.
Yeah.
But I've been coaching before that. I mean, I've been doing my own thing, like teaching martial arts and stuff since about 2002.
Oh my gosh!
So for a while,
OG,
teaching different things. Like I used to teach like MMA classes. When I used to work for an MMA gym. All sorts of stuff. Sport jiu-jitsu, Japanese jiu-jitsu, the one where I compete and I picked up world titles at. I used to teach. I used to hire out a room in a school 2 or 3 days a week, and I used to teach that. So I've kind of done quite a few different things over the course of the time and stuff and that. And but I've been at the gym been at this gym now for about 4 years, and I teach at another place as well.
Okay.
In another town, a couple of times a week. So I'm kind of I'm out every evening of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you have your competing schedule or your competition schedule, and then you have your schedule as an instructor. Like that's your.
So basically, I'm out most evenings of the week. But yeah, like 4 years in there, and it's good. It's good. You know, I've seen people come through. In fact, actually, for the students this weekend, just competed in the English Open no-gi. Ant got a silver. Achilles got a silver. Robbie got a gold and a silver, and Pete, he got a bronze. So all four got medals.
Shout out to you guys! Congratulations.
So you
awesome.
know, that's they kind of see that posted up today. So that's why I'm really pleased with those guys, because some of them train quite hard. They're always they're always doing mat. I think they're doing mat time. So I'm a believer in, if you're doing mat time and you win your medals, you've put the work in. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And good for them too.
Yeah. What kind of? I know you talked about you like teaching or making sure that your students are very good at takedowns.
Yes.
What's your concept? What's your philosophy? I guess when it comes to martial arts or fighting, like what do you believe is important to instill in your students outside of the takedowns? Because you already explained that.
Yeah, as in. Like what you going in, as in the way they should act and be, and
I mean anything. Like as a coach, what do you want them to learn, or what do you want them to develop? You know, like is it cardio, strength? Like, you know, what do you think makes good grapplers or good fighters? Like, I think what are things to focus on? Right.
First thing is consistency. Okay,
absolutely.
Regular training, because I think like if you're training regular, you hit every scenario. Okay, you're going to go on that. You're going to walk into that mat, and some days we all feel tired, and you're going to agree with me on that one, aren't you?
Yeah.
Some days we train and we feel battered, and it's not all about our body feeling mentally battered. Sometimes we feel physically battered. We feel mentally battered as well.
Yeah.
And we're just like, it's routine. Let's go and do it.
Yeah.
And what a lot of the people I find do who train, when they get to that stage, they stay at home and watch the TV. Now, if you turn up and you're on that mat, you get over that, and you're tired, but you're still learning. Even if you have a bad day in the gym and you don't feel like it's gone your way, or you don't feel like you're performing, or your brain's not responding with your body, vice versa, you're still going forward, and that's what makes people pick up medals. Okay, so I think consistency is the key. But
yeah, I agree with that.
Also, drilling techniques. Okay, because I think you can have a lot of techniques, but you only probably ever use 2 or 3.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
So I think if you've got something that works for you, drill it, play with it, and work other techniques around those. Don't shun this out. Yeah, I think it's really, really important to basically, okay, work with what you've got. But also, I think another thing is important. If you've got weak areas, train your weak areas, because you can always get put into those positions.
Yeah.
And even if you're not really going to use that, if you do get caught into that area, you can escape it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
As a whole, I think it's good to have some takedowns, some top game, and some and you should be able to work off your back. Do all 3 areas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because as I say, I think the game's evolving, and I think that's really, really important. And I tend to do that with anyone that I train, and make sure they can throw, they can fight from the top and fight from the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, and that's it really. Just and I always say to people, obviously, if you're competing, make sure you're training regular, and do some weights maybe. Yeah, do a little bit of weights and get a bit of cardio in on top of that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to competition, just ease it off a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, don't wear yourself out, because I think your rest is obviously just as important as your training.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing all these next generation coming up. Well, I mean, like me, I started training jiu-jitsu when I was 25.
Yeah.
You know, now you're getting these kids that are starting probably when they were 6, 5, 4 years old, kids that have been doing jiu-jitsu, and then now they're turning 20 or 18, and you're getting killers. You're getting a bunch of you're getting all these like little kids who are basically black belts. I mean, they're probably not ready for the black belt yet. But they're at that level.
Yeah, I agree. Some of these kids you watch them, they've been doing jiu-jitsu from a young age.
It's ridiculous, man.
They just got ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous. Yeah, and then that's like, we haven't even seen the greatness of it yet, because we're still going into that next generation.
Yeah, we're still going into that next generation. It's a new sport, isn't it?
There's a new group of kids. I mean, one of my kids that I've coached, his name's Liam. He's been training since he was a little boy. That kid's gonna turn 18 one day, and he's gonna kill everyone.
An animal.
You know what I mean?
Be an animal. Yeah.
It's like what chance do you have? With these younger guys that are coming up. But I mean, we still do it. We still keep going.
Yeah. It's just it's evolving, isn't it?
Yeah.
The game's changing.
Gotta stay
evolving,
in that mentality where you gotta involve as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah. So since you co-own the school as well, what kind of advice would you give to, I guess, that younger generation that wants to open a new school, that wants to open a gym, basically really what they're doing is becoming an entrepreneur, starting their own small business. What advice would you give them?
Do you know what? In all honesty, I say go and get a real job. Become a plumber. Get a trade job. Go earn some real money.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I think But just saying that, actually, I always think it's best to have a backup.
Absolutely.
Because in life, things aren't always going to go your way. Yeah. As much as we want things, and we want to do that, realistically, not everyone's going to make it. Okay, and not everyone's got that in them to actually be able to make things last and actually grow, okay, and build. So having a trade is not a bad thing. Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
So make sure you got a backup.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Just regarding running, having a gym and stuff like that, things are hard work. It's graft. You've got to have some a lot of martial arts experience, I think, if you're running something like that, and you've got to put a lot of work in prior to actually having it. I think having actually like a premises and a lot of experience. I mean, before I'd even thought about teaching in a place that I've kind of like bought into and become a partner of, I think you've got to have a lot of prior kind of martial arts experience as in teaching before that, because you're dealing with a lot of different types of people, all different characters and a lot of different personalities. And it can be quite testing. It can be quite testing. It's not just about, I don't think about just teaching. It's about kind of like understanding other people as well. So regarding if anyone wants to get into actually running the gym, I think you've got to have previous martial arts experience and dedication, really. Yeah. Okay, because it's not something you can just think, oh, I can't be bothered to turn up tonight. It's not run down in the local little scout hall. Okay. Right, and I always chuck some mats down. You've always got to be there. You've always kind of like got to be there. You have to be there to teach. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So it's hard graft. Yeah. I mean,
or you gotta have a good team. You know, right? Like if you can't do it all yourself, make sure you got a good partner. Or
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, you got to make sure you got other people that can kind of back you up. Yeah. And if you've got to get away, I got a couple of good students that kind of like cover me when I'm away. Okay, on the jiu-jitsu side of stuff and that. And you got to make sure you got some backup, and things don't come overnight either. It takes a while to build.
Yeah, you got to build guys from the ground up too.
Yeah.
White belts to blue belts to purple belts, you know.
Yeah, and it's a hard graft and it takes time. So I think if anyone kind of sees it as it's very glamorous and stuff like that, it's not. Yeah. It's hard work. It's hard work. Yeah. Okay.
And a lot of people fail.
Yeah, a lot of people fail, but it's rewarding at the same time.
Absolutely.
And I'm lucky. I get to travel. I get to compete. I get to train with people. And some of the people I've met some great people. Yeah. But it's not an easy life.
Yeah. You gotta have. You can't just be good at the martial arts either. You gotta have some sense of business. You know, business savviness, understanding how to run a business. Things that people probably don't even think about, like doing your taxes, making sure you get every deductible you can probably get. There's a lot of layers to this thing,
There's all sorts of stuff, I mean, so basically, I think if you're ever going to go into it, you need to look into it, really look into things. Don't just run into it. But just jump. Don't just jump. Make sure you really look into things and make sure really you got a good group of people around you. Yeah. Because you do need help. You can't just do it all on your own.
You can't do it on your own.
You need good people around you, and you need help because things are hard graft. You got to graft.
Yeah. I think that's the big thing is having someone you can trust that's on your team. That can really be by your side. When you're struggling.
Completely. Completely.
So shout out to everybody who's a entrepreneur out there that is an MMA, BJJ, whatever, Muay Thai. You got your own gym running and you're doing well. You survived because it's a tough business out there, right? So kudos to you guys. What do you guys say out there? Cheers, right?
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers to you guys and ladies. Yeah.
Bottoms up.
yeah. Cheers to you guys and you ladies, you entrepreneurs. So I guess the last thing I want to get into is I find it amazing, absolutely amazing by you that you're 45 years old, and you have a son who's 23, right? Yep. You have a good relationship with your son. You're 45 years old, and you're absolutely an animal. Like I couldn't believe I mean, I know we didn't get to roll live. We didn't get to go, The worst thing that could happen is you flying all the way to New Jersey, get hurt, and not be able to compete, So I know, I totally understand that. But when I was your uki for the, for those of you that don't know what an uki is a dummy. There's somebody that is used for a demonstration for a move. So Trev basically used me as a dummy. So, Trev, you had the most powerful grips and the most powerful just control that I've ever felt on my feet. I've never felt that before. I mean, world-class judo. I mean, really. You started when you were 7 and you trained with the British national team. I mean, I felt it in every, explosive move you had, And it's like, I'm scared of who you were when you were in your 20s. Like, this is you at your 45. And I was absolutely blown away by that. Just how strong you are. Your body felt, I could tell you probably have an incredibly strong body that probably doesn't get injured much. I can feel that you have almost like a bulletproof physique.
I've been. Do you know what? Saying that, I've actually been regarding injuries. I've been actually very, very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's probably another thing.
Yeah.
In terms of competition, right?
Yeah.
You won along
over the course of many, many years. I've just popped the odd little bit of a rib and stuff like that.
It's incredible.
I think I've broken 3 ribs over the course of years and years and years. And I'm not talking, over a short period. I'm talking over doing lots of different martial arts. I've got 3 kind of big lumps on my ribs, and I've taken the odd little bit of cartilage out here and there, but in my ribs and stuff. But I've generally been very, very lucky. I've broken a few fingers. Okay. But you just strap them up and get on with it. It's pretty normal.
That's a normal thing.
But I did break my leg once by my knee when I was quite young. Okay, and I had a hairline fracture on the side, and I took it. I overstretched the ligaments on the outside of the knee and stuff like that, and I did actually have a cast on. Okay, for a couple of weeks. Okay. It was maybe it was a little bit. I was quite young, so it's maybe a little bit longer than that. But I had a long cast on from top of my thigh all the way down to my ankle. Okay, but that's probably the worst thing I've ever had, really.
Yeah.
Okay. Regarding with injuries from martial arts.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I've had the odd tweaks in here, like bending a toe sideways, but I don't class those as injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just normal stuff. You're going to get bending your fingers back. I mean, that's a trivial thing for me. That's really small. I mean, but that's So busted my knee up, and then I tore the cartilage on my other knee and had keyhole surgery. But then come back, did it all right. Had physio, rested, and then come back in straight. Did some strength work, and then got back into it straight into it again.
Good.
So I'm all good. I was all good to go again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's about it, really. I've been pretty good. So as regarding injuries, I've always kept myself kind of physically fit. If I haven't got on, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of weights and a lot of heavy weights and a lot of kind of like power kind of stuff. As I've got a little bit older, okay, I think it's not good to be smashing heavy weights all the time, because I think your joints do pay a toll.
It does.
Now, it's all right to strengthen up your muscles and be very strong, but you do wear your joints out. And I used to do a lot of power cleans and stuff like that. And my legs, I was explosive and powerful, but I used to feel it in my wrists all the time, on my lower back from doing that. Now, you could look at it a couple of ways. Was my technique good enough? I used to get people watching me constantly and asking if I was right posture, stuff like this, but I still feel it in my wrists and back.
Oh yeah.
So certain things. So it's better for me to just do a hack squat, a leg press in a leg press in a gym, knowing it's safe, and I'm still getting some still weight on my legs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's. As I've got older, I've kind of changed around. I've changed my training around, and try to train a bit more smartly, so I have a bit of longevity. You know what I mean? And so I can last a little bit longer as an athlete. Yeah. Because I think if I was to keep in the same kind of training that I was doing in my 20s to what I am now, I'd be on a couch now, all busted up and buckled. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's probably what I'm doing.
Nah, you'll be fine.
I'm like 32 years old, training like a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Right? Like feeling it all over my body. Do you attribute anything you do to also having a long career? Any specific recovery methods? I know you told me about some sort of LED heat lamp that you use. And also your friend who's the mixed massage therapy, right? He does the cupping and all these things. Do you do any of that type of stuff?
I've had Chinese cupping done. I've had needles put in me. Massage done. I tell you what, like you said about longevity, there's the same I always do. If I get injured, I stop now. If I get a little bit of an injury or a tweak or a pull, I stop and I make sure I'm completely repaired before I go. I don't train through it anymore. Yeah. Because I want to basically be 100%. Okay, and I think if you sometimes got that mentality, we've got to keep going, we'll never heal, we'll never get better, and you can actually make it worse. So I make sure I'm physically fit and well before I go back into doing what I'm doing, and that's kind of my mentality. Yeah, and making sure I'm fixed before I carry back on again. Yeah, and I think with that kind of attitude, I think that's probably why I've lasted as long as I've lasted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you still drill? Do you still
I
flow?
drill. Yeah, I flow roll.
Yeah, but you won't go. You won't do the live. No, nothing live.
Yeah, I do go live actually, and I join in with my students, okay, and stuff like that, and I join in with other people, okay. If I've got a competition come up, I roll and aspire probably every night.
Oh no, I mean when you're injured. When I'm injured.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
When I'm actually injured, I tend to work around things, okay, but I won't. I will avoid the area being affected.
Yeah.
But if it's really bad and I think it could get twisted or buckled, I stop.
Yeah, you don't even flow roll.
No, I won't flow roll. No,
nothing.
No. So it depends on the severity of the injury. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But as I said, I've been quite lucky. I've been very, very lucky.
Absolutely.
So I haven't really had too many things that's actually has put me out through martial arts.
Yeah.
But I was actually, to saying that, I was actually in a fatal car accident in July 2015.
Yeah, you did tell me about this.
So I did a month in Brazil, okay, and then the day after, okay, I come back to the UK. I went to take my class in Andover, and basically I left the class. And I was driving back, and a motorbike was in. It come out. I went around a bend, and a motorbike come at me in my lane at 70 miles an hour.
It was a R6, right?
I think it was an R6. Yeah. I just see this flash of blue.
Yeah.
And
we call it. What do you guys call them out there? We call them crotch rockets.
You call them what? Sorry.
Crotch rockets.
Crotch rockets.
Yeah.
Just motorbikes really. I suppose there must be some nicknames. Just a motorbike. And basically it's just like it was like a rocket coming at me.
Yeah.
I said I looked.
Crotch rocket.
I saw this clutch rocket coming at me. And that was it. And bang. Okay. Hit me square on.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. And the poor guy passed instantly. I think he broke his neck on the windscreen and he shot behind me all right. But it basically pushed all the front of my car back. He was going that fast, it beat me back into the next lane.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so my car was smoking and burning inside. I managed to get out, okay, and I was actually quite lucky. And then
very lucky.
I flagged the car down in front and they kind of obviously run to it and then phoned the police, etc. and stuff. But I thought I was alright. Okay, so I got out kind of injury free, had a little burn from the airbags and stuff, and then a year later, I was thinking my back feels a little bit tight, and I started getting some massage done because I started getting tight, and it relaxed my body, and then the impact had pushed 2 discs out of my back.
Oh my gosh!
Between C6, C7, and T1. Okay, the higher part of my neck, and then I just lost all the feeling in my hand. I was like semi-paralyzed. I was in the worst undescribable pain I've ever been in.
Yeah,
like literally, I couldn't move. I was on 3 or 4 different types of tablets. It was that bad.
Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, like, put it this way. This is not exaggerating. It hurt too much to cry. Yeah. Okay. It was that bad. Okay, but come back. So that was July. So I had the accident July 15. July 16, my body gave up to about 1 year later, to believe it or not, to about July 18. Wow. And then I started slowly rolling the training again. And it's only since September of last year to now I've started kind of like competing and doing stuff again.
That's incredible.
So I've got back to it.
Yeah.
So it took a good chunk of a year out, a chunk out. Yeah, okay, for me to kind of get like back to my normal natural weight, because I put a little bit of weight on in that time.
Yeah.
Because that was the first time ever in my whole life I'd actually done no cardio.
Wow.
So I put about 4 or 5 kilos on.
Which is what, like 10 pounds?
Yeah, which is a lot for me because and now I hover around again 67, 68 kilos. You know, and I'm then kind of like I fight at my walking weight most of the time. I'm always around near that weight. So so I put some weight on, got myself back, and started competing again. And so in January I got a silver at black belt in the Europeans, which is a great great comeback. That's my first Europeans at black as well. Yeah. So that was a good comeback for me. So I'm actually lucky. So to be honest with you, so for me sitting with you today, Simon, having this conversation about stuff that I've been doing and I will be doing, I'm kind of blessed and lucky that I can actually be able to do this again, because the accident that I was in could have went the other way. You know what I mean? So so I'm lucky. Yeah, I'm lucky, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible, man. You were this close. Right?
I I saw those angels, but they didn't quite get me.
Good. You still got some work to do.
Yeah,
right?
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I think that's an interesting point to make. To take your time with your recovering. I know. I think there's a lot of glamour, right, to fighting. It's like, oh, I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
Or I do this and I do that, and I think, what my coach said today is like everybody wants to fight till they get punched in the face.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, oh man, this really hurts.
Yeah.
What did I sign up for?
Also, as well, everyone wants to fight until they realise how much work they got to put in.
Yeah.
That's another one.
And then everybody wants to fight until they get really injured.
Yeah.
And injuries, man, they can take you out. Just like you said, having a backup plan. Some people, that don't, never really had a life-changing injury. I know there's a lot of that talk in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu where it's like, oh, you're being a punk, like get yourself together. You just need to go and just do it. But there's some injuries, man. I mean, I've had some stuff that almost took me out,
Yeah.
And it's like, your life changes, like, like to the point where I literally couldn't walk. I had a problem with my lower back, a disc compressed. And
this is worse for us guys as well because we're like proactive as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
and it drives me crazy. I'll go crazy.
Yeah.
I'll go crazy. And it's like how do you roll when you can't walk?
Yeah, exactly.
Every time you take a step, there's a shooting electric pain down your leg. Like, it doesn't. So
no good.
I definitely took that time off. Let my body heal. It's different. There's like injury where you get hurt, right? Injury where it's like, oh, I messed up my ankle, or I messed up my foot, or he got that heel hook and it tweaked it a little bit.
Tweaked it a bit, yeah.
It's like, wrap yourself up, put some of that tape on, and get back on the mat. But then there's injuries where you can't walk. Your neck is messed up. You can't turn your head.
Yeah.
Every time there's somebody tries to touch it, you just feel this shock down your spine. I've experienced those things.
These are the real ones that put you out.
These
are the real ones that put you out.
And those are the things you got to take a lot of time recovering from.
And these are the ones that you really worry about because it's not just a tweak.
Yeah.
There's some internal damage going on there.
Yeah.
And are you actually going to get better from this?
Yeah.
Or
like Bas Rutten. Bas Rutten. The famous fighter. His neck is all jacked up. Even Rickson Gracie, his neck is all jacked up, or his back. I forget which one it is, but. There's just certain things you can't do as well, when you get a little bit older. So I think being a fighter, like a lot of it is also with how your longevity is due to how you get injured and things like that. It's it is when you think about it, when you get to that level and you're still there, you're very lucky.
Yeah, I think as well, like we were saying as well, we were having this conversation a couple of days ago. Yeah, I think it's a bit of luck as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
a bit
genetics.
Genetics.
Some people have bad, they're just not built for things.
And it's lucky. Are you going to get that tweak, and is it going to mess you up, kind of thing? Yeah. So it's a bit of luck involved as well.
Yeah,
definitely,
absolutely. Sometimes you just take a bad fall, and you just can't. I remember when I had surgery on my shoulder. I was out for 6 months. I was going crazy. I was trying to roll with one arm, and trying to get back in there, but that wasn't going to help. I was going to tear it again. So, it's not. Take your time, guys, with injuries, with real injuries. When you hurt your toe, wrap that thing up and get back on the mat. You hurt your elbow, wrap it up. Let's go. But when you do something to your spine or your neck.
Spine and neck.
Oh, man, you got to be careful.
That's a different story.
You got to be careful, man. Be careful. But, thank you, Trev. Like, this was an amazing...
no problem, problem.
Little interview.
Yeah. Can I just say, you've hosted... Not just that, have you done an interview on me, you've actually hosted me this weekend. Yeah, okay. And it's been amazing. I've really enjoyed every bit of it, so thank you.
It's been my pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure having you. Learning, just it's almost like living with a superhuman in a sense, Can
I just say, sorry for waking you up this morning really early with my Bob Marley playing on Spotify.
I loved it, man. Dude, I love Bob Marley. But No, it's been good. It's been good to get your insight. You know, you've lived with me for a couple days now, and you see how I live. You see how you know how I work. I mean, I still have a regular job. Like you know, I'm trying to get back on the competition scene. Still recovering from a couple things.
Can I just say, guys? Can I just say, right? Simon, has got a busy schedule, right? After watching him, over the course of this couple of, this guy does not stop, right? This guy is proper proactive, He trains practically every day, He works. He doesn't leave his computer. He's working in the day. He's doing other stuff. He's got other projects going that he's been telling me about. Okay, this guy does not stop. His work rate is off the scale. Okay, I'm telling you. Okay, if you see this guy at training. And you think, oh, he's turned up at training again. This man, he's a machine. He does not stop.
It's the Chinese in me. It's the you know, immigrant, hardworking immigrant family. You know, it's very instilled in me. It's all thank you, mom and dad, for showing me hard work ethic. You know, I think it's different with them, that generation, right? They have to. They have to work hard to feed, you know, me and my little brother.
Exactly.
Right. Now that I'm at this age, I have a job. You know, I can work my job, and I'm very blessed. I get to work from home. Not many people get to do that, you know. But because I'm able to do that, I can do other things. But you know, I could have just had a job. Trained, you know, and you know, do whatever. But for me, I'm not. Those things don't make me happy. You know, what makes me happy is family. Well, number one is my faith. You know. Then family. And then fighting. Those are my three things in life, man. I love all those things, and that's what I. You know, as I'm getting older, I'm 32 now. I'm gonna be 33.
The three Fs.
The three Fs.
The three Fs.
That's my three Fs. You know, as I get older, you realize you have less and less time to do everything. You know, you have to kind of concentrate. You know, and I asked you if you had any other activities that you enjoy doing. You know, the things that you really like to. I mean, I like to cook every now and then. I mean, I'm a little bit of a geek. I like to watch. A little secret. I like to watch anime, Japanese anime.
Do you know what? Though, actually saying that, I forgot the other day. I do like my zombie flicks.
Oh
I do like my zombie flicks.
Everybody's got something. You know?
And I do like getting out on my mountain bike when I can. For a little ride around.
But man. I'm sorry, that's my phone. I can't really turn it off.
That's all right, no worries.
But everybody has something, right? And you know, but as you get older and you realize like time gets more constrained, you have less to do. You know, and you really have to like pick and choose what you really need to focus on. Stop wasting time. You know,
exactly.
That's what I tell all these younger kids that wanna. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. But you're like going out to drink all the time. You know, you're spending all the money that you earn. Like, save your dollars. You know, and focus, you know, because once you hit 30, it's going to go by like that and you're going to be 30. You know, and then once you're in that, it's like, you know, you never got a chance to focus, you know, so I'm very grateful and I'm very blessed to have the lifestyle that I have. And, you know, hopefully one day, you know, I get to do other things as well that, you know, I'm working on. You know, but I've been planning this show for a very long time. And I just never had the chance to really get it going. I think it's just been, you know, like too many things again, you know? I wasn't expecting to get a full-time job either. I thought I was going to be done. I was contracting and I thought I was going to be done and then I was going to full-time focus on this stuff. But then I got an opportunity to work from home and, you know, make some good money. But at the same time, still have a very flexible schedule, you know? And, man, you can't, you know, like you said.
You can't knock that. You can't,
you know, like you said, right? Don't get a day job, right?
Get a day job.
You know? So, I don't think I'll ever be one of those guys that will probably be able to open a gym by himself, run it by himself, and do all that. But you know, maybe I'll find a partner one day. You know, maybe I'll be able to do something with my coach or something. You know, I mean, right now I teach, you know, once a week. This week you got to teach, and thank you so much. You showed some crazy stuff. You know, some gi things I've never seen before, but. Yeah, it's a life.
It's amazing what you got for YouTube.
Yeah, right? 30 plus years of martial arts. No, it's just YouTube. You just watched a YouTube video before. But no, it's incredible. You know, I'm so blessed to have this life, man. So thank you so much for coming, for, you know, staying with me. You know, I'm sure you could have been other places, but
cheers, Simon.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's been such a pleasure, brother.
No worries.
Or you guys say bruv, right? Thanks, bruv.
Thanks, bruv. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, cheers, cheers, right? So thank you. I think you're episode number 1. So yeah, we're starting it off.
I'm Uno, guys. I'm Uno.
Yeah, number uno. Yeah. So we're starting it off big, internationally, right? So yeah. You know, follow. Yeah, if you guys like the episode, you know, follow the show. I'm gonna be putting everything on YouTube. I'm gonna start a Facebook, you know, group and, you know, other social media things. I don't really have full time to do all these things, but with the time that I do have, and the help that I have a lot of people that help me out, man. You know, that's the thing. Like you said, you gotta have people that help you.
Definitely gotta have people around you. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I can't do all the editing myself. I can't do, you know, everything myself. But the things that I can do, I do really well. You know, so yeah, follow me if you guys like this. You guys will meet tons of people that have made a huge impact in my life. You know, with maybe something they said, something they did, or maybe the way they live their lives. Things that I find exceptional. And Trevor is definitely somebody I find incredibly exceptional, beyond, you know, your normal everyday human being. So,
thank you, Simon. Can I just say, follow this guy, yeah? Follow this guy. Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully I'll get to come to England, and I'll be married probably by that time.
Yeah.
So we go on a double date or something. Show me around, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
And then I think you're gonna meet my fiance this Sunday.
Okay,
we're gonna have
cool.
dinner together. So
I better brush my hair then.
Yeah, she loves English culture. So yeah, man. Well, let's have a good time. So thank you so much again.
Right, thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, guys. Yep. All right.